So our next topic is basic router configuration. Actually, we had done that basic router configuration, how to manage a configuration register file, how to use a user executable mode, user privilege mode, which is highlighted by hash. User privilege mode is greater than, and so many things we had done with the router configuration in the previous topic. And a router requires the hardware and firmware components for proper functioning. These components can be allowed to enter the boot up process, and it's load the operating system and configuration file. Basically, with the NVRAM, we have to store or we have to load the configuration file, and iOS can be stored in a flash so that we can able to detect all the configuration registers 0x1, 0x2, and 0x0, which is 0x2 is by default booting mode for the router. Router has four different components that we had done: ROM, RAM, and VRAM. ROM components can be decided the boot process, as we had discussed, of a router, and the router RAM consists of the active internetworking operating system image that is loaded when the router boots. Cisco devices provides a command line interface for configuration. You can access the router console using dial-up modem or telnet. There are three types of accessing modes of your router: user executable mode, privilege mode, user executable mode, which is indicated by greater than symbol, privilege mode indicated by hash, and configuration mode is indicated by config t command and then hash. A router works with the two configuration file. One is your startup configuration file, and second one is running configuration file. Startup configuration files are stored in a NVRAM, and running configuration files that you all are aware, which is stored in a RAM, which is by default. So basically, iOS can act as an interface with the network device and the users. Cisco iOS running on the router requires the processor of the system for configuring and maintaining the network devices. Cisco provides a naming convention for iOS images, and it provides information about the software version, image feature, and platform for the image. The commands are used for troubleshooting IPs are show, ping, reset, and debug. So this is all about your router theory. Now in this topic we are able to learn about this is what a chapter objectives in this, because that is again important. Perform the interfaces configuration, view, save, and erase the configuration file, explain the router iOS image files, backup and restore the iOS, Cisco iOS, backup and restore router configuration, then use that CDP protocol, that is router Cisco discovery protocol, then how you can use the telnet, and how you can check the network connectivity in between the Cisco networking. So this is what all about the chapter objective, which we have discussing about in this topic and this basic router configuration.